would be like my interest in Byron. People would be interested in Dylan many, many years after that film. That's why we've struggled very hard to archive that and all our films, because everything's on video now or digital, and nobody knows how long that'll last, or if it'll last at all. So the only thing we're sure of is that film, at least you can look at it 100 years from now. And maybe you'll find a place where you can put it on a projector or some way of looking at it. But the fact is that I kind of am interested in the, just because that piece about Byron was so important to me, it just made me, it made me, well, made me quit my job, which was a step. Although Billy Gaddis was instrumental. He said, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm an engineer. And he said, well, what do you do as an engineer? I said, well, I sit in the can reading science fiction. I'm not sure I'm very good at it. So he said, well, you got to quit. And I had read this wonderful collection of letters of Byron to his friends to him and him to his friends. And I just quit. And I said, well, Willie, if I quit, we were roommates, and I had to pay a third of the rent on this apartment down on Horatio Street. And I said, how will I get the money to pay the rent? He said, that's what you'll learn to do. And he's right. If you want to train to be a filmmaker, the best thing is to quit your job and learn how to survive without a job, because you're going to need that survival skill.
Really great filmmakers, they always say that you have to really have to want to do it. I mean, you got to do it.
Well, yeah. But a lot of people are crazed and do what they want. Everybody says, they're nutty, but they're doing what they have to do.
Right.
So I mean, you behave like a crazy person, not necessarily a smart, intelligent person. But that's all right. Crazy persons are allowed. That's what I always found, especially in New York City.
Over on the road there, the white shirt, right there. You, yeah.
What was the